How are we doing today? Is everybody good? Everybody good? I took the weekend off to relax, decompress, and just take time for me and my angel, my baby, my precious daughter. I talk about her every time. You guys know I can't get enough of her. So I hope you guys had a great weekend. My weekend was good. It's a Monday. Another day, another dollar. So there's a lot of news going on in Nigeria right now. And I thought we have to talk about things like this, you know? Hold on, people. Trying to see something. And do you guys like my hair? If you're watching, what do you think? New, it's not a new look. It's, you guys know, they're wigs, so cute. Yeah. So, but anyway, Trump is threatening the Nigerian government. I'm sure most of you that are watching, or if you click on this video and you already know what's going on in Nigeria. There's a lot of unaliving of Christians in Nigeria right now, especially in the north. In the north, they're unaliving a lot of Nigerian citizens who are not Muslims, Christians right now. And people are getting tired of it. I'm tired of it. This is not just now. It's not like it's just happening right now. It's been happening since I was born. Since I had those things when I was growing up. What goes on in the north? You know? So there's been United States president upon United States president that these things has happened to when they were presidents. When Trump was a president before, these things were happening. People were talking about them. But this one right now is going viral because of the pastor. The pastor who has the courage, I'm not even going to say has the courage to come out on social media and tell us how he really feels, what happened to the Christians in the northern part of Nigeria. And he said he wasn't going anywhere. Terrorists, Nigerian terrorists, they go kidnap people, they kill people, innocent people, or ask for ransom, all because they're Christians in the north. Can you imagine Muslims? Because this is not common. It might happen every here and there, but people from the north, they live comfortably in the south, southwest, in every other part of Nigeria. Muslims, we don't care if you're Muslim, Christian. Like I know in Edo State, most of the people that you change your dollars with, your other currencies, if it's not Nigeria, if it's not Naira, if you have a dollar, if you have a pound sterling, if you have euro, if you want to like change your money to those currencies, to Nigerian currency, most of the people that you go to are the people from the north, and they're the Hausas, right? And most of them are Muslims. It's hard to find an Hausa from the north. Very few of them are Christians. I have 2 Hausa friends that grew up with the Christians, and I have a lot of Hausa friends, right? And the rest of them are Muslims. It's hard to find. They are in the north, but it's hard to find them. It's like a needle in the haystack. You have to find it, right? That's how it is to find someone who is really from the north, like an Hausa person that is a Muslim. You'll find them every now and then. That's why I said it's like a needle in the haystack. You'll find them, but it's hard to find them. Most Hausas are Muslims. Hausas and Fulanis are Muslims. And you see them in Lagos, in Edo State, in south, in the east. You see them everywhere. Doing business, and nobody bothers them. But why is it now? Why is it that they don't let Christians breathe? They want to eliminate all Christians from the north. Why? I just don't get it. Like, can you live and let's live? Like, you live and let me live. I'm one person that I don't care where you're from. I don't care what religion you are. I don't care what God you serve. I don't care what color you are. I don't care anything. I just want to know you. That's the kind of person I am. That's how I've raised my child to be. You, who are you as a human being that God created? Very few people in this world don't believe in something. But most of us believe in something. Some people might say they don't believe in Jesus Christ, but they believe in God. I've met people that say there's no such thing as Jesus Christ, but they call on God. Most times, I call on God. Truthfully, most times I call on God. Every now and then I say Jesus, I call on Jesus Christ and I say, Lord, God. You know what I'm saying? So why does religion have to play a part? It's not only in Nigeria this is happening. It's not only, we've heard of genocide in other African countries. This is not only happening in Nigeria, but this is getting worse and worse and worse in the north. If you guys if you guys have seen the recent video that was going around of them burying a whole bunch of people at the same time, that terrorists came and wiped a lot of people out for no reason. These are the people that, like, do they ever think, what if it was us they're doing this to? That's how, before I do anything as a human being, that's how I always think. They say, do unto others what you would like done unto you. I always think before I do something. And I tell my child every time, don't just do something, you need to think about it. If it was you, if this thing was being done to you, how will you feel? If you know you're not going to feel good about it, you're not going to like it, then don't do it to someone else. So I always think, like, when they're doing this unaliving and killings, do they ever think, what if the roles were reversed, like the roles were reversed and it comes back to us? If it was us that were killing like this. I'm like, does any of them ever sit down and just think and say, no, let's not do this? This is crazy. So now, Trump is tweeting and threatening. The threatening thing is not going to work. Nigerians are stubborn. He wants Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the Nigerian government to do something about what's going on in Nigeria, about the Christians' terrorist attack, killings. If not, he's going to send his army to come down to Nigeria and take action and stuff. It's not that possible. And I read a lot of comments on social media, because I'm going to read these things. I just want to have my own 2 cents to it. I read a lot on social media, and I hear and I see Nigerians that are in Nigeria. I'm here, dual citizenship. I'm Nigerian American with blue passport and a green passport. But I see a lot of comments, and the people that are even saying it on social media, that you guys don't wish for America to come to Nigeria and invade Nigeria, because that's what it's going to end up being. Then it's not going to be about saving. Have you guys seen what goes on in other countries when America goes there to save them? So I see, like, when I read comments like, oh, let him come and save us. Oh, who cares? And I'm like, if you live in Nigeria, you need to care. You don't want America to come there and invade Nigeria, because that's what it's going to end up. It's not going to be about saving the Christians anymore. Nigeria is a big country with different states, a large population, different cities. So where are they going to attack? What part of the north, first of all, are they going to attack? And you guys are in Nigeria. Listen, I see the politicians running their mouth and tweeting and saying whatever they want. And like in Nigeria, listen, if you're in Nigeria and you don't have access to travel out of Nigeria or to travel abroad, or it's just for you to run to Ghana, don't forget, what if these African countries lock their borders? Where are you going to go? Because these politicians are running their mouth. Now let him come, we're waiting for him. He just can't come, he can't say whatever he wants, that's Trump. I saw some of the tweeting and stuff that politicians in Nigeria. When you guys had these killings, everybody was silent. These politicians, I don't want to curse anybody out on YouTube. So now that Trump and other senators and House reps and MAGA people And Christians in America, now that they're talking about it, is circulating around social media, and different people that support Trump are threatening that if you guys don't do something. Even there's a politician in Europe that also came out to speak, saving Christians in Nigeria. Now, you wayward, that's the only way, I don't want to use other bad word, you wayward politicians in Nigeria, all of a sudden you guys want to come out and be running your mouth. But don't forget, Nigerians, don't listen to these politicians. Don't say, oh, let them come. Because when they come, it's, I saw something like some guy, Asare Dokumbo or Tokumbo, whatever his name is, I never heard of him before. But I just saw him checking what's going on this morning before I went to go work out, talking about America wants to come here, let them come, we are waiting. Where are you going to see them? Because don't forget, most combats are not fought on the ground these days. They fought on the air. In the air. Before they come down, when Americans want to come fight you this time or take action, military, they start from the air. Until they know that ground is clear before they will land that jet. That fighter jet, before they land it, they're going to make sure with the drone and the materials that they have, that ground is clear for them to land. How much air fighting stuff does America have? Does Nigeria have to fight American military? Let's be sincere now. That's why when I read comments, people say, come. You don't follow those politicians. They already send their family abroad. Most of them, their kids are schooling in London, in Europe, America, Australia. Most of them don't have their kids in Nigeria. So you guys, when you're doing this, you guys need to think about this. These politicians, and when that time comes, they're going to leave citizens in Nigeria, and most of them are going to flee. They're going to run in their private jets. They will see it coming, and when they see it coming, you guys won't, the regular citizens will not see it coming. And those people will fly. They will leave. They will run away from Nigeria and leave regular, like ordinary citizens to fight and fend for themselves. Then what? So be careful what you wish for. And why all of a sudden, I don't even need to read. Let me just talk from the heart. Why all of a sudden, Donald Trump keep insisting, take care of the Christians, I'm coming, take care of the Christians, I'm coming, take care of the Christians, or we're coming. Why all of a sudden? This has been going on for years. One thing I can tell you, I've lived in America for 20-something years. When Americans will only go to a country, especially countries like Africa, to quote unquote, help them, only if they have an interest in it. I'm an American. And let's say it as it is. I'm an American, I'm also Nigerian, but I'm more of an American because I've spent most of my life in America than Nigeria. So most of the time I'm an American, Nigerian American. America is not coming to Nigeria. Nigeria that Trump, in his first term, called a shithole. All of a sudden, you want to come save the Christians there. There's an interest. We have great mineral resources there. Even if, yes, I understand. I remember when I first saw it, I said, oh, I know if they're so interested, I know why. It's definitely because of our great amount of wealth of mineral resources that we have in Nigeria. We have a lot of resources in Nigeria. We have money. When you mean money, money in Nigeria, but it doesn't go to the citizens. I know I read some comments where the citizen says, a lot of the citizens will say, let them come. These mineral resources, these resources that we're saying, do we see it? Have we ever seen it? For 60 years, Nigeria has been the same. Same people keep taking the money, keep using the resources for themselves, and we don't see it. 100% agree. I said the same thing. I was like, okay, if you really look at it, if they want to come, let them go. But no. Then you have to sit down and think and say, no, I hope Americans don't get involved or send their military people there. Because it's not going to be pretty. Democracy, as you guys know it, will be completely over. They said half bread is better than not. Half bread is better than not. I always try to see the glass half full. If not completely full, but half full, always. Not empty, but always half full, if that's how you want to go. Half bread is better than none. Because let them come, if they come, most of the regular citizens, they're either going to be wiped out, or they're going to end up dying of starvation. Like hopelessly. Hopeless. Almost no life. Nothing. So no, trust me, you don't want America to come and interfere. Like send military to come there and say, we want to save Christians. It's not going to be about saving Christians when they get there. What is going on with the Christians killing in Nigeria is horrible, is atrocious, is unimaginable. But you guys don't want American military or American government in your business. I will say it like America said. You don't want American government or military in your business. Not business, in your business. Trust and believe that. Because we've seen, I watch news a lot. If they really want to save a country, they want to come save. Why haven't Trump saved Ukraine yet from Putin? Why hasn't he done that? Let him start from there. Why are they all focused in Nigeria? All of a sudden, they all want to come save Nigeria. Nigerian Christians, they were in the north. Nigerian Christians. It's not going to be about, when they get there, it's not going to be only Nigerian Christians in the north. So let's be careful what we wish for. If you're in Nigeria, please be careful what you wish for. That's all I can say. Because Trump has no business. If Trump is coming to Nigeria, it's because it's going to be beneficial to him and America. They know really when they get there, they're going to find what they're going to bring their weapons that they've spent millions and millions and millions and millions, if not billions on, to come help the Christians in Nigeria. You think they're going to leave empty-handed? Americans? Growing up here, I've learned that if you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. And survivor of the fittest, kill or be killed. If you don't learn anything when you grow up or you were born here, those are the things that you will learn. Bargain as much as you can. Push as far as you can. And gain as much as you can gain. Never live empty-handed. That's one of the things I learned in America. Living here for 20-something years. And I use those mottos almost every time I go for businesses and stuff. Never live empty-handed. Americans are not going to come there and help the Christians and live empty-handed. Trust and believe that. So let's be careful. If you live in Nigeria, please be careful what you wish for. I see people tagging Donald Trump, tagging other people, other Republicans or other politicians that are speaking up. Oh, come and save us. Come and save the Christians in Nigeria. It's about time. Be careful what you wish for. My whole family can travel. My family that are in Nigeria, they come here every summer. 2 or 3 of them that are left in Nigeria, my immediate family, they come here. They go to Europe. They have American passport. Or my mom, my dad has European passport. So let's be careful. When I say this, I think about the people, the innocent people that are going to get hurt, that are going to get killed. Because when they come to save the Christians, when they land in the north, they're not going to be able to separate who the Christians are or the Muslims are. Don't forget that. So it's going to be innocent people that are going to turn into casualties. Don't forget, it's going to be innocent people, but even Christians that they come to save. They're not going to know who is the Christian, who is the Muslim. So even Christians are going to be part of the casualties too. So let Trump and Tinubu figure it out. Because we know Tinubu is going to cowardly bow out gracefully and listen to Trump and do what Trump wants. We know this is going to happen. So let's leave it. You guys stop hashtagging and tagging Trump. If you live in Nigeria, to come and save you. because you don't want that kind of savior. It's not 100%, it's not even 50% really to come and save the Christians in the North. It's because it's going to be beneficial to Trump and America. I live in America, I'm an American. So let me just put it. It's going to be beneficial to Trump and Americans, including me. And then the whole Nigeria then is going to be crying out. We don't want them here anymore. I know how we are in Nigeria. I know how Nigerians are. I know how my people are. The same mouth now that you're using to call him is the same mouth you're going to be using to cry foul later. So how about you prevent not crying foul later and prevent it now? That's all I'm going to say. Let's be careful what we wish for in life. Let's be careful what we wish for. I saw this thing going on yesterday. I'm like, I'm not just going to jump. These are the things. I don't need to read them anymore. These are the things that we all need to sit down and think about. Look at the Tanzania female president now. Remember when Kamala Harris, when they were swearing her in 2021 or whatever, when she was vice president and the president there died and she became the president. Kamala Harris, people in the world, oh, this woman, she's great, she's this. And then I just sat and I looked. I said, let's see how this ends later. Look at what's going on in Tanzania now. Look at what is going on in Tanzania. A woman that everybody saw great potential is going to change the country. It's going to make everybody look at female differently when it comes to politics. Look at what she's doing now. So Nigerians, please, let's not wishy-wash and cry wolf later. Let's prevent the wolf now from coming in instead of crying wolf, wolf later. That's all I have to say. Let Trump and Tinubu and the government figure it out. And I hope Tinubu continue to have a sleepless night for them sitting back and watch all this nonsense happen in Nigeria. Shame on him and his government. Shame on Tinubu as a president, and shame on Tinubu's government, whatever you want to call it. For real. It's embarrassing and it's annoying. They keep quiet. Why do you're supposed to be running the country for goodness sake? Why do you have to keep quiet until another country's president speaks up? Before you start tweeting and try to defend what you're doing in Nigeria, what's going on in Nigeria, and what you guys are doing to combat this atrocity. But before all these other countries, Europe and America, before they started talking about it, they all kept quiet like nothing was going on. Because in their head, if bloggers and people like us talk about it for a while and nobody pays attention and they don't say anything, it will go away. No, you guys listen, this is what I'm going to be talking about. When I started this blog, I used to see a lot of, when I started my YouTube, I used to see a lot of things that was happening in Nigeria, in Africa. And I just used to talk to people, talk to myself. And one day I decided, and I was talking to them, and I was talking to someone, and even my daughter, she was like, why don't you just go on YouTube, open a YouTube page and talk about all these things yourself? This is how you feel. Just pour them out. People watch, people don't watch, who cares? But if you're going to spend time worrying and talking about these things, just go open a YouTube page and talk about that. And let other people tell you what they think. So what do you guys think? I'm going to end it here. Let's be careful what we wish for. You don't want America invading your country, invading Nigeria. Trust and believe me, you don't want it. You got your independence. That was why I said earlier on, half bread is better than none. Let's take that independence and keep it. Let's take that independence and keep it. Whether it's bad, whether it's good. We've managed it all these years. Is it good? No. The resources, the mineral resources, the wealth that we have in Nigeria, the government should be able to take care of the poor. When we meet take it, you can't make people millionaires or whatever, but when we meet take it, it's just like America. Welfare. Government takes care of people that can feed. The government in Nigeria, the amount of wealth that Nigeria has, the government in Nigeria should be able to take care of people that can feed themselves. There should be like a monthly allowance for people that can feed themselves. There should be surplus of jobs. If not surplus, but college kids, graduate from Nigeria, and when they get a job, they either being paid peanuts or they don't even get a job. Most times they don't even have a job. My brother was a doctor in Abuja for years. Smart, graduated first in Igbinedion University. And was a doctor in Abuja for years. And guess what? Most times we were still sending him money, helping him pay his bills in Nigeria. A doctor. Until he came here. In less than 4 years, less than 2-3 years, took his exams that he was supposed to take. That's how smart he was. Something that takes people years. It took him less than 2 years, 2.5 years. Took his exams, was doing research at a connection that I helped him with in Chicago. Now he's a resident in New York. Just the money that he's making as a resident alone is not even a full-blown surgeon yet. Just as a resident, the money that he's making, paying his own bills now, living his own place, everything. He's a citizen now. And every time he's always saying, I shake my head, Nigeria not the country. He says that every time. It's not like we don't have the resources, but the greedy people that are sitting up there, that's what he says all the time, my brother. Because he lived in Abuja for a long time. He knew politicians. He tried to talk to them. No. And he always says, what my eyes saw in Abuja, people are too greedy in Nigeria. It's easy for people to say, oh, when I get there, I will change. He said, but when they get there, for like some months, they will try to change. But before you know it, the money that they see is too much. They just don't care anymore about why they really went there in the first place. It's like, if not, a lot of people won't be suffering in Nigeria. And I agree with him. I agree with him. He once said, he almost cried one time. He said, man, somebody will graduate top class as a medical doctor and was being paid peanuts here and there. And now just as a resident in America. And he was like, sis, just as a resident in America, the money that I'm being paid a year, yearly now, the one that was being paid in Nigeria as a full-time doctor for over 10 years doesn't even come close. He's saying sometimes they won't even pay us. My brother has been here for like 6 years now. And it's recently that they paid him some of the money that they've been holding. Because they don't pay them. Recently they paid him some of the money. He checked his Nigerian account and it was there. And he says whenever he goes to Nigeria, he's going to go make sure he gets the rest of his money, his salary that was never paid to him. Can you imagine that? So, one thing I can say, I have hope. Somebody's going to come one day. Somebody. And we need youth leaders. We need youth to run that country. I know for sure, one thing that I always pray for, and I know it will happen one day, somebody's going to come there and change it. It's only going to be a matter of time, but trust and believe somebody will come to Nigeria and make a change. There's nothing God cannot do. Trust and believe that. So I'll leave it here. What do you guys think? Please let me know your opinion. Leave your comment. Let's be careful what we wish for. I can't say that enough. I can't stress it enough. Let's be careful what you guys wish for in Nigeria. You don't want Trump coming in there to save the Christians. It's sad what's going on. It is very sad what's going on. But you don't want American military coming there and saying, quote unquote, they came to save the Christians. How are they going to know the difference between the Christians and the Muslims? It's not all Muslims that wear hijab. No. It's going to be a calamity when they come. It's going to be a mess. And I hope they don't come. And I know Trump is just talking, trying to threaten the Nigerian government. They're not coming over there. If they come, you know they're not coming to save the Christians. They're coming for the mineral resources, the wealth that Nigeria has, that Nigerian people don't get to enjoy. I can guarantee you that. So leave a comment. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe to this video. And let me know what you guys think, and like and share this video. You guys have a great day.